In 2015, WOW Air started to operate flights from the east coast of the US and Canada to Europe. And in the summer of 2016, they also started flying to and from the west coast. And if you don't mind traveling light and play your cards right, this is a great option to save money on airfare. WOW Air is based in Iceland, and all flights to Europe make a stop in Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. The stopovers are quite short, a couple of hours at most, but I highly recommend including Iceland in your vacation and make a stopover of a couple of days or more, as Iceland is a fascinating country of fire and ice. WOW has a fleet of 15 aircrafts. 3 are brand new Airbus A330s used on the routes to the US West Coast. For flights to the East Coast and Canada, the airline operates the Airbus A321. Keflavik, the airport in Reykjavik, is quite small. While it has benefited from recent upgrades and is quite modern, it was definitely not ready for the amount of passengers coming through. The lines for customs are really long, and there's a distinct sense of disorganization to it all. The airport has many restaurants and shops, and many are open most of the time. But you'll barely have time to sit down and grab something to eat, since the stopovers are real short. And that can be a problem, since everything on WOW is an extra you have to pay for, and that includes a mere glass of water. That might seem drastic, but that is how they save money to offer you low fares, which in turn saves you money. If you play your cards right, you can fly from the West Coast to Paris for $400 round trip, taxes included. That is, if you don't bring a suitcase, which can set you back up to $152 round trip. You are allowed a free carry-on that cannot weigh more than 22 pounds, but you are limited to that one free carry-on. Anything else is extra. If you want a particular seat, you will pay for that too, and the prices vary between $12 and $58 depending on the seat location and legroom. The planes are configured with a single economy class, no business or first. As expected, the seats are not very spacious. Most are 17-inch wide. That's a tad smaller than the standard 17.5-inch wide and is not very much, but not much worse than any other US airlines. No blankets or pillows are provided, and there is no entertainment system. No video screen on the back of the seat in front of you. But WOW will gladly rent you an iPad for $18 per flight segment. The iPad is loaded with movies and games. You can purchase snacks, hot food and drinks, including alcohol. The rather bland offerings include supposedly healthy snacks, sandwiches, pizza, porridge and a few other items that I did not find very appealing. A sandwich or a glass of wine will run you a little over $8, a soda $2.50. A word of advice, bring your own food and drinks, and remember to buy your drinks after passing security. In conclusion, you won't be wowed if you are looking for space and comfort, but this is not the name of the game here. If you are willing to put a little effort in the planning of your trip and want to travel on the cheap, this is a great option because most fees are optional.